gentlemen, welcome to Mallory Park. We're just starting up ready for qualifying. We got 4 races this weekend. And I haven't been on this track properly in a race car in over 10 years. So, let's see how we get on, shall we? It's a lovely track. I don't know why people don't like coming here, because it is gorgeous.
Me again. So I haven't done Mallory in over 10 years, and it shows in this qualifying session. Mallory may be a small track, but it's tricky. You've got to get it right, and more importantly, you've got to have a good handling car. Now look at my steering wheel. I'm fighting this car every way in qualifying, trying to wring a lap time out of it. I was out qualifying with Group A with the big boys. They separated our qualifying sessions. We were due to have 2 races with the big boys and the small boys, similar to FPL, but tried it for a bit, came in, saw chip.
Can you check the pressures? Because I've got very, very squeaky tyres.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, send it. You're flipping glass.
huh?
You're flipping glass.
Fucking hell, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with that, so with a couple of minutes left, I had one more crack at it. So without further ado, here's my qualifying lap. So that's Checker, that's me across the finish line, and it was a 52.9. Now before the weekend I'd set my sights on being in the 52s, maybe getting into the 51s.
Hi everyone, so yeah, race 1. Chip and Brendan are here. They've been an absolute godsend between qualifying and race 1, getting it ready. We had an issue with the radiator at the front, had popped out. And we also had an issue with the alignment. It was 20mm out in total on the front, so no wonder it felt like it was horrible. It just felt like there was something wrong with the car. Checked everything else out, everything's okay. We've done a spanner, Chip's done a spanner check with Brendan. They've been an absolute godsend today and sort of helped take some demons out of my mind. And we're lining up 14th after the grids are combined together, and we go as we go. So yeah, Ovingdon's in front as usual. So here's how race 1's going to go.
Now as we headed out to race 1 on the Saturday afternoon, we had no idea of what was to follow. Keep watching, the race doesn't last for long. The car felt really flat as well, which was weird. I didn't have any confidence in it. But then, coming up, So after a tricky first lap, getting used to the alignment, I come across this. Todd Garner's destroyed Fiesta and carnage. And a cracked windscreen. There we go. Luckily, Todd walked away. But, yeah, that was scary.
That was huge. That was huge. I haven't seen if Todd is outside the car yet, but the car has either speared off right or spun off right, and had an impact with the barrier, and it looks like there is significant barrier work that needs to take place. So at this point I just hope Todd's okay.
It's a testament to how well his car was built that Todd walked away from that. It was a very tricky accident. As he came out of the devil's elbow, the car gripped, speared right and into the wall. Anyway, here's Sunday, here's race 2.
You've got to take your cool box out the back.
It's got my sandwiches in it. Right everyone, this is race 2. Race 1 has been classified on TSL, but we are not going to count it. The committee have come together and just said no. It was one lap, Tom had his big shunt, and you know what? As long as Todd's okay, we're fine. Tweaked a couple of settings. I need to adjust my mind. Let's go see what we can do this morning. This is a 10 o'clock race. Race 2, which is actually race 1.
So race 1, 2 gets underway, and it's a bit manic. Wayne Crabtree and Mike Thurley have a bit of a touch in front. I fancy a bit of a race with Wayne, but for some reason Wayne was just quicker today, as you're going to find out. Now, it's wildly apparent by now that Wayne has just got the legs on me. Whether it's just me not driving quickly enough, I know I could go faster, but I'm still kind of learning the track and seeing that the car can still do it, and more importantly, hold together. But the other thing I had in my mind while I was trying to catch Wayne, he's not in my class. Beating him won't improve anything except my overall position. It certainly won't help me gain any more units, and as it stood, I knew I was in a podium position in class. So I decided to bring the car home. The little red Fiesta is another toy that Lloyd Jameson has picked up this weekend. It's an original XR Challenge XR2. Cracking little car, but as Lloyd found out, it's just not quick enough for the modified Ford series. However, he is trying to get my EcoBoost engine off me and the gearbox because he wants to EcoBoost it. Might be tempting, but I need to find an engine for mine, Lloyd. So here we go then, last lap. The Ovenden car exits the hairpin and it's going to take the win. It was a bit gutting to finish the lap down on the leader. I know I'm quicker than that, but it's a podium. Another good result. And my first podium in this car away from Malton Park. So that was a good result. P3 in class. I was ecstatic. And while we checked the car over, or rather while Chip checked the car over, thanks again to SCR, we found that one of the CV boots had leaked a bit of grease. So that's no problem. I had a spare shaft with me. It's 5 bolts. Let's just change the shaft. So we did. Nothing could go wrong, right? Right. Already here I could start to feel a vibration under acceleration, and you can hear the sound of it as well. I couldn't believe it. I was in two minds. Do I press on and try and get a result and risk causing some serious damage to the engine if the drive shaft does let go, causing some damage to the ancillaries, the gearbox? No. Under acceleration, as soon as I put my foot down, I could feel the vibration getting worse, and you can hear the dull thud of the drive shaft pulling itself apart. Well, it was a bearing that had cracked. It wasn't like that in the spare shaft, it had gone on the outlap. It was no use. Retirement beckoned.
Vibration under acceleration, left hand side, feels like something's going. So it's race 4 or 3 or 4. It's the last race. So the long drive shaft that we changed after race 1, we turned out had a cracked bearing. So here we go for the last race of the day from the back of the grid. Let's go.
I'll be honest, I was absolutely shattered at this point. Once again, a shout out to Chip Howland. He got the shaft changed. He was a godsend this weekend, as was Brendan. So, from the back, let's try and get a result for them. So the race has started and I'm kind of trying to work my way past people sitting in a bit of traffic, and at this point it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but I'm actually kind of looking at my dash because I noticed the temperatures were climbing between 95 and 101, so I was slightly concerned. Have I got a leak? Is there an issue? I know with the new dash I've got in, it shows engine temperature, not coolant, not oil. I've got an oil cooler on this. I've tried out some new ducting this weekend as well that I probably need to record on video and show you guys. But I was kind of preoccupied with looking at my dash. The temperatures reset themselves and I got going after Gary. Okay, so I hold my hand up for this bit. I locked up and nudged him. My bad, Gary. And it actually stove the front end on my car, so I managed to find a gear. Dave Barrett got past me and then blocked me for a bit because he was in position. And yeah, so I made a cock up and that made me angry, so I then had to fight my way back through some more. the camera overheats now. So at the moment, we've only got a rear-facing camera, so we get ourselves past Ian Blackley. Apologies for the noise quality as well. It's a new camera, I haven't set it up properly. We just want to give you some more views, so that's Ian Blackley's Puma. So at this point, I thought I'd move past into 3rd place and got back on the podium. However, as I was to find out in a bit, it was actually 2nd as the Cortina retired, and that handed me 2nd place in this race. So there we go, folks. That rounds off a bit of a chaotic Mallory Park weekend. Unfortunately, I haven't got any more video footage to give to you, but I decided to back off at this point and have a bit of fun with my old pal Jason Stone. It was good to see him out in the Escort. But we brought the car home with a pair of trophies and a bit of a battered and bruised front end, thanks to the images from Motivate Media and James Roberts Photography. So yeah, Mallory Park, 4 races that turned into 3 and turned into 2 podiums. So I'm really happy with that. And next stop, we're going to the Emerald Isle in 3 weeks. I better get the car sorted.